Long time no talk. How are you? My camera's kind of off. Yay, food hype. Need a knife. Hi. Let me fix this camera. It's a bit wonky. I can do like misses and blame the cats. Is that better? Seems a little better. I feel like I'm wider. You need a lot of onions. I have a whole bag of red and one more yellow onion after this. Hey country. Voice is low. Okay. Let's figure that out. How's that? Is that better? Oh, girl, never mind. Hi, Bluesy. Let me know if I need to turn myself back down. So tonight we're gonna make chili verde. We like spicy chili verde. And I stopped at the store after having to run some errands after work. Hi, Mrs. Look at you, it's super late. And I had to get some tomatillos. So we're gonna peel off the skins and roast them a little bit in the oven, which I need to turn on. So I looked in 2 different aisles at the grocery store and they did not have the tomatillos in the can, because sometimes I'll cheat and just get them already done that way. Oh, I guess I should have pulled out my blender. Dang it. So Mrs., I had to miss like half of your stream because I had to leave work early to go take care of some last minute moose stuff. But I got it all done, so that's good. Let's see. So I'm just peeling off the skins from the tomatillos. Then we'll get them rinsed and cut in half, put onto my favorite baking tray. Get them a little roasted, get some good flavor going on. So with my chili verde, I do not use the poblano peppers or the Anaheim chilies. I use Hatch green chili, which comes out of New Mexico. And me and my mom buy, I think it's a 25-pound bag of peppers. And they get roasted, and then they get bagged and frozen. And they last forever. Mooses are important. Yes, especially happy ones. Hi, Mel Girl. Thank you. Welcome. And I'm happy because now I don't have any moose stuff to do for a couple days. So that works well for me. So how's everyone's? Outlaw asked we get a bonus dab. Oop, cat in the bag. Hey. That's what happens when you give them a toy to play with. Leave it alone. A bonus dab. Is Mrs. gonna do a bonus dab on my stream? Get down. Leave the bag alone. Now get off the counter. Go. I totally thought about pulling a Mrs. Dab today during my stream, but seeing how you did 2 of them, I am not sure if I can pull it off. They are not green peppers, they are green tomatoes. They're tomatillos. And so I pulled off all the skin and they're sticky, so now I have to rinse them real quick. I should have brought out my colander. But the green pepper I do use is from New Mexico. It's called Hatch, H-A-T-C-H. And I use that instead of the Anaheim chilies or poblanos, which are still a spicy chili, but not as spicy as Hatch. You can order it online and they'll ship it to you. Sometimes I get it at my local grocery store. Sorry. Almost done. I have sticky hands. That's fun. All right. So now I'm just going to slice these in half and put them onto my baking sheet. And then we'll stick them in the oven for 5 to 7 minutes. For this recipe, I really don't have a recipe I follow. I look up what ingredients I'm supposed to have and then make sure I have them, and then I just do my own thing. Oh, poked myself. And then we're gonna make, so chili verde takes typically 3 hours because trying to get the pork tender enough. But don't worry, we are not having a 3-hour stream. We have an Instapot. And it works its magic. It makes things cook super fast. So for people that don't have like the name brand Instapot, I have used off-brand names and they work just as well. Pressure cooker is a pressure cooker. I did try to find quickly before I started stream because, you know, my day got away from me and I think about these things all day long. My onion chopper, tried to find it on Amazon, but of course this time I couldn't find it. So I will continue to look for it and then include that in my menu command to try to tell like what type of kitchen gadgets I'm using, and the awesome thing is it's probably like a $15 chopper and I've seen them go anywhere from $50 to $75 and I'm like, for the same thing, and it works really well. So new gadgets don't have to cost you an arm and leg. So there's my tomatillo peppers. We're gonna stick those in the oven. Let's bring down the rack. Hey Google, set an oven timer for 7 minutes. Get down.
Okay, a 7-minute timer called event. And that's starting now.
Okay, so we have our pork that we have to get all cut up, some onion, and then I stopped by my mom's on my way home to get the green chili. She forgot to set it out last night or this morning, so I have that in some water to finish defrosting. Let me do this over the sink, it's quite wet. Lots of juices. So I was thinking this weekend, because I've made breakfast and dinner on stream, that I thought I would make a bunch of desserts, because who doesn't have a sweet tooth? And I'll tell you, the husband was quite excited with the idea, because that means it's his sweet tooth that gets to participate in that. Okay. So I have just over 4 pounds of pork that we're going to cut up. And we're going to trim the fat down, because we don't need those fatty pieces completely in our pork or our chili verde. So I'm going to bring the Instapot inner pot over here. I'm just going to work on cutting off some of this fat. I should have learned how to be a butcher in my other life. So what do you guys think about a baking episode? I was thinking brownies, lemon bars, what else? Brownies, lemon bars. I still want to make that cake that I was going to make on St. Patrick's Day. Oh, instead of the cake, I have a bunch of blueberries that are in the freezer. So I was thinking about like a blueberry lemon, like muffins, or blueberry muffins or something like that. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to put my apron on. I'll have to go do that after we do this. This has a lot of fat right here. So don't you like having those days where where you have to leave work early because you forgot you have to go do something or try to make something better, and then all you do is rush for that 2.5 hours, and then you just have to sit and take a breath for a minute? But now we're nice and relaxed. We're gonna make the dinner. It's gonna be super yummy. There we go. Okay. We're gonna call that good. So I got most of the fat cut off. It's pretty thin. We can work on it as we get the little chunks. So I'm going to cut these down into about 1 inch chunks. This is probably the longest part of making chili verde. Blueberry lemon cake. Ooh, yes, blueberry lemon cake. So I've had blueberries in my freezer maybe about right after we moved into the house, so since the summertime. Of course my nose is gonna itch. Just waiting to have something made out of them. All right. So now they are almost like little pork chops. So I'm just gonna cut these in half and then just cube them down. If I can see the extra fat, we're gonna cut that off. All the big fun stuff. So today was pretty quiet at work. So that's always good for me. It's then helped that I got to be able to get out of there early, which I'm not gonna lie, even though I had running around to do, oh, it was so nice. It's been beautiful outside. So at least my, hey Google, stop. At least my running around involved sunshine. We're just gonna flip those over and see what they look like on the other side. These can go a few more minutes. They are not quite there. Back here. Hey Google, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
So a lot of times when I use the oven, I have learned to be able to tell when it's done by smell. And I cannot smell those tomatoes, so let's not forget about them because we don't want to smell burning. Oh, and I bet you with that blueberry lemon cake, it would be really good with like a powdered sugar drizzle on it. Because how much sugar can you get in something? Still make it taste yummy. But of course, I will probably just keep it, if I make it, I'll put it on its side because I don't like a lot of sweet. I'm definitely the chips and fries kind of girl. But boy, I love me some hot tamales. So Sleek sent me today, I think it was his grandmother's recipe. Oh my God. For that garlic cheese bread. We are gonna make that on stream in the future. Let me tell you, there is some yumminess. in that recipe. Should have put the oil in the bottom of the pot before I started putting these in there. Oh well, I'll just mix it in. That'll be fine. Because as soon as I get these chopped up, then we'll put it to the Instapot. We'll turn it on saute. Hey Google, stop. And then, oh yeah, see, 3 more minutes was much better. It might have been a few, or like a minute too long. All the juices are going. Ooh, don't burn my feet. So they are nice and roasted on the top. So I'm just gonna stick those here in the sink for a minute. Very careful. I guess I should have did. Be smarter than the cooking. Let's set that here. Don't. Balancing on the edge of the counter. If it falls, it'll go into the sink. Okay. Just move those over here. There we go. Perfect. All right, those are roasted. This is almost done. So how many people like spicy food? And the spice being, like, even if it's like mild but like super good flavor, don't want to burn off your taste buds. Because I know different palates need different types of spice. Yes, Bluesy, I'm cutting them into cubes that are about an inch. And then we're gonna saute them so they get a little bit of color, and then we can start adding all the ingredients into it and start the pressurization. Four pounds is a lot of meat. We're gonna have a lot of chili verde left over. Hear my alarm camera going off in the back. I must have made enough movement that it hears me. Hey, fish. You can never have too much meat. But my pot is filling up. And I have like the big gigantic 8-quart Instapot. If they made a bigger one, I would totally get another one. I would have 3. I hear my husband laughing at me. All right, that's done. I rinse my hand and then I'll show you. Get the soap. Where is it? There it is. Oh, my water is blinking at me saying it's time to drink some. See, I don't even need you guys to tell me to hydrate. My water does that for me. It's kind of cool. All right, let's get this spat off of there into the trash. Then we're gonna move this because now I'm gonna have to wash it. Safety first. All right. So here's the pot of chili, or of the diced up or cubed up pork. So I'm gonna add some oil into it. Try to get it to the bottom. I probably only had about a teaspoon left of this one. We'll just shake it up. Then we're gonna come over here to the Instapot. Put that in there. Put it on saute. It'll go for 5 minutes. I have some butt rub. And yes, it's called butt rub. It's another streamer, Chef Steve 330. He is a chef and he works on, he used to have his own restaurants, now he works food trucks out of Cleveland, Ohio. And he has started making up his butt rub and selling it in 1 pound packages. Let's see if I can get it. This little label is really cute and talks that the butt rub is brought to you in part by the best community on Twitch. You can find him at Twitch. Butt rub is not intended for rubbing on human butts. So at least he has told us where not to put it. So then I have some red pepper flakes. I'll put in there. I will measure out my cayenne pepper because this stuff's spicy and I'm already gonna have a lot of spicy in there. So I'm only gonna put a little. We're gonna add some garlic salt. I hope you guys can hear me with my back turned. Can't make it too hot. Oh, I've made it too hot, fish. And we're gonna put some ground pepper. Just my grinder. I finally had to open my new one. And my favorite Himalayan salt. Alright. So now we're just going to stir this up. Okay, gonna let that saute for just a little bit. I'm gonna get my blender out real quick. Real quick like. So that's over there cooking. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's switch to this. Okay, so my Ninja blender out. I got it on sale on, what did I get it on? I think I got it like on Zulily. I will not cut my hand fly, I promise. I think I got it on Zulily. These things are expensive, and I think I paid less than $100 for it. And it has a bigger attachment and the little cups and everything. Okay, just gonna get our tray of tomatillos and try not to make a mess, which I probably already did. Oops. Come on. Don't worry, I turned my clips on, so if I have a failure, you guys can clip it. Okay, there we go. Perfect. It was not a repeat of the egg situation. Okay, so we have those in there. We need to cut up some jalapeno. It's already been 5 minutes for our saute. Oh, it smells so good, guys. Put that back on again. Get jalapeno. Garlic. So on the weekend, I cut the jalapeno and I took the seeds out. Today we will be cutting the jalapeno and leaving the seeds in. Look, fly. I know you know how to fly helicopters. You can make several stops and fly over here. And take the watch off. It's in the way. Or I can ship you some. All right. So tonight I'm using gloves just because the hatch chili, I always seem to get it under my fingernails. And, ugh, I'm a nail biter anyways. So bad things happen when I cut those chilies. So I'm just kind of cutting these into smaller pieces. Yes, shipping. As long as there's no liquid, flammables, what else did they ask me today when I went to the post office? Or explosive devices, we should be all right. I can just freeze dry it, and then you can like boil in a bag, right? That's what I have to do. Okay. So there's our jalapeno, just the one. Now, I have my, just a second, my baggie of the hatch green chili, which has been roasted, frozen individually. It still has its skin on, so we're gonna have to peel the skin off, which is totally fine. If I get my trash bag over here, it'd be easier. Okay. There we go. Get out of the way. There we go. Okay. So all I'm gonna do is take one of the chilies and just peel off its skin. It just falls right off. Still a little frozen, but that's okay. I am gonna pull out the stem, which does have, there we go, a lot of seeds in it. Super hot. Let's not get it all the way hot. We make this, my mom loves making this for breakfast, and she puts it on her eggs and potatoes and bacon. It's nice and spicy. Hi, Buzz. Meat smoked chicken breast. Yes. We'll just stick that in there because our blender is going to blend that all up. Get our next one. So there's probably 6 to 8 peppers in here. We will not use them all. Probably use 3 or 4. So the skin just peels right off. That stem came off. I forget what that scale is called that registers the different heats of peppers. I don't think this is bad as a habanero, but it's up there. Just like cayenne pepper is pretty up there. So we have 3 peppers in there. We'll go 1 more. Our sauteing is done again. Oops. Get out of there. There we go. Good thing I put it to the clean side of the bag. Rinse that one off too, just in case. 3-second rule, right? Can't waste the chili. All right. So put that in there. Take my gloves off now because we're done with the chili peppers. I also wear contacts, so it's real bad for eyes. And ask Miss Maybe. My eyes were minty the other day. I was having contact issues, and of course, right after I brushed my teeth. Okay. Back over here. Stir fork. There goes the cat's being all crazy. And we need some onion in here. Keep all fingers out of the way. Keep your hands and legs in the right at all times. So I'm just cutting those in fourths just so I can spread it around inside the thing. Okay. So we'll put our lid on. Latch it. Mute you while we do this. Let me move this out of the way. If I scoot it back, you might be able to see it turn some. So turn it towards me. All right, so let's get this blended. so much fun having technical difficulties. These things have to go on there a certain way, or it's not liking you. Oh. Line the arrows up with the arrow. Dope. All right, trying it again. Alrighty, welcome back. So now we have our salsa concoction, which nice and blended. So we're gonna take this over to our Instapot and dump it. Get all the good stuff off the blades. Alrighty, there we go. Tangy. Takes a minute, but it gets there. So let's just move to the stove. There we go. There's all the chili. Alrighty. Look at that yummy goodness. Then we're going to add, you are going to cook fancy things. It's super easy. We're going to add some garlic. Now remember, my recipe, I'm going to just do it as I go. So I don't have anything specific to measure by. So we're going to stir this up. Smell-o-vision needs to be a thing. Okay. I stopped and got some vegetable stock because you can't put chicken or beef into pork. So we're gonna put 2 cups. Let me find my measuring cup. I think my big one's dirty, so we'll use the half. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 2 cups of vegetable stock. So now, let me just make sure I have my ingredients that I was gonna put in there all in there. Garlic, oh, some cumin. I guess we could put cumin in there. Let's see. Oh, can't put cumin. I need to fill up my bottle. Well, all right, let me get it out of the cupboard or out of the pantry. One moment, please. Dang it, no more cumin. That's all right. We can just add more pepper flakes. That lid almost came off, guys. That would have been bad. Okay, so there's enough juice in there that it should not burn the bottom. So we're gonna put the lid on. Close the vent lid. We're gonna put it onto meat and stew. We're gonna increase that to like 18 minutes. And that's gonna start to pressurize. Once it pressurizes, then it takes 18 minutes. Because I don't want my cabinets getting messed up. I turn my Instapot. So when the steam starts to go up, then it doesn't get the underneath of the cupboard. All right, that's step 1 done. Now we will unplug said mixer or blender. Makes good margaritas, not gonna lie. Okay, garlic away. So, the wife wants to know what the pendant is. Oh, it's a heart. It's half of a heart. So, I have one half, and the husband has the other half, and his is black. And it says, I love you on it. Just a little cheesy gift we got, where we could share our hearts. The one thing I need to do is find a jeweler and take my wedding ring in, because my prongs are really sharp and I don't want to lose the stones. Confirm it makes the best margarita. And it says we have 18 minutes to make margaritas. Yes, we could confirm that. Do you want a margarita? It does go with Mexican food. That's what we typically do on Thursdays. We would go to a Mexican restaurant, share a chili verde chimichanga, and yes, fish. As soon as I can have one, you can have one too. We have about maybe 2 weeks left, and then I can have alcohol again. Can't wait. The liver was angry. And the life insurance people said, your liver's angry. Now you have to fill out a questionnaire on if you're an alcoholic or not. That's fun. I think it was the vitamins I was taking to prevent COVID. I miss my glass of wine too. Miss my beer, my margaritas. Oh well. It hasn't been as awful as I expected it to be. I just figured, it's almost like Lent. It's only 40 days for them, but 6 to 8 weeks for me. It's a bit longer. I'm almost there though. 2 weeks. And if Mrs. is still here, which hopefully she's not, she should be sleeping. I have a good heart, but this mouth coaster, which my water sits on. And when I say my water blinks at me, I have this water reminder, and it has a bee on it, and oh, you saw the light. So the light tells me I was good because I picked up my cup and drank some water, and when it sits there, it'll blink at you like a strobe light. So I make sure not to have it towards your guys' view. 1, because I won't see it, but 2, bad things can happen when people see the strobe lights. So we aren't going to have that. This is supposed to be a fun stream, right? So as soon as the Instapot pressurizes, then we're gonna start on the Spanish rice, because that takes about 20 minutes to simmer. Dude, that would be awesome, having a disco party in here. As long as I don't have to put another hole in the wall. I use the 3M Velcro strips. And they're awesome because when you want to move a picture, you just pull the picture off and then undo the Velcro. Disco party with margaritas. Let's party it up, fish. When you have that that free day on your diet, or I'm sorry, it's not a diet, your lifestyle change, because I hate diets and really it is a lifestyle change, we can have cocktails. Just two. Two's fine. Doesn't have to be super huge. Have Diet Dr. Pepper. Yes, that sounds good too. But we can start on chopping this onion in our chopper, which I went to go look for on Amazon to add a link to the menu command for Miss Maybe when she sends that out, because she thought, which she's a pretty smart cookie she is, she thought it'd be a good idea to include what types of kitchen appliances I'm using when I stream, when I use the special stuff. But I will tell you that I have made this chili verde without even owning a blender. It's just a lot of chopping and patience. And that is totally fine too, because it's all homemade and tastes super yummy. There we go. That in there. And my lid is here. I almost went blind there, guys. Couldn't see it. For you made me send heart. Aw, thank you, Mrs. Fish. So there are onions all chopped. I guess I should fix the camera for the pot. So let's just leave you guys on the, oh, don't use the mouse. Use your phone. I have this cool app. It does all of my changing scenes for me and I don't have to mess with the mouse because I have my laptop in front of the monitor and the sliding back and forth doesn't move. It is a lawnmower chopper. They should call it that. It has 3 blades. They're sharp. The husband cut himself one time. Kitchen violation. Why? What did I do? Let's leave you here. Now I'm gonna fix this camera. Production changes. That's what's happening. Stop the camera from moving. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Chopper thingy. Stove. Oh, that's better. But I guess you guys don't necessarily need to see the Instapot since it's all closed up and everything. Let me get the shaking to stop. Don't like a shaky cam. Of course, the more I try to stop it, the more it goes. So funny. Oh my gosh. Should have left it, guys. guess if it moves, I can blame it on an earthquake that we're really not having. Okay. Let's do that. I like my knives too. I just don't know how to. I've been watching the chefs on stream, like the professional chefs, and they get their hands and then they're like chopping up next to their knuckles and moving back, and I'm like, ugh, I can't do that. It's too much work for me. Plus, I don't have to work in a professional kitchen. I just cook in my own. I can do what I want. Ooh, yeah, here we go. So I like to kind of pre-brown, if you will, my rice, which it doesn't like really brown, but I cook the onions a little bit and kind of darken them, and then add my rice with my sauce and water and let it simmer. Which I guess for this I'm gonna need my measuring cup. So I guess we'll have to wash that. Because gotta love it when you forget to turn on the dishwasher. Except for I don't know where it's at. Oh, there you are. Don't worry, I don't have that stove on, so we are not burning oil. We are fine. Some hot water here. And my sponge. Oh, all kinds of problems. You might not be a fancy cutter, Buzz, but you know how to grow things like Miss Maybe. Better than your green thumbs. Super awesome. I have to take a picture of my Floribundas. 4 out of the 5 are really, the leaves are coming out. They're nice and red and green. And then one of them, I think I just need to aerate the ground. I was getting a lot of runoff from the grass being watered at night and in the morning. So I cut that down from 5 minutes each watering down to 2 minutes. And that has seemed to help with not having that plant fill up with so much water. Because it only has a drip line in there since I pulled out the plants that the builder wanted to give us and threw those into the trash can. Didn't like them. So I have my 1 cup of white, what is it, long grain rice, Mahatman long enriched rice. So put that there. This is the Instant Pot starting to steam up, so that's a good sign. So it's starting to pressurize now. So I like rice. So it's a 10-pound bag. I have used those, the Uncle Ben's. Oh, sauces pop in yet? The Uncle Ben's 90-second microwavable rice. They're okay. I think we finally decided the other night we didn't like them. But if you need a side dish, it's only 90 seconds, and they're only like $1 a piece or $1.99 each. At least here, that's what they are. So for my sauce, I put El Pato in my Spanish rice. This one is hot tomato sauce. They make a jalapeno version of it. I don't really care for the jalapeno one. They work, I eat them all the time. Oh, my phone's ringing. Just call her back later. Oh, the rice in the bag. I was like, what are we talking about? I totally forgot fish. Look, I have one of these left. And for those who haven't tried it, it's like these ones, these little ready rice. 90 seconds. You just rip the pouch 2 inches. Well, first you like break up the rice that's in there so it's moved around. I don't know if you can see the rice in there. So you break up the rice, tear it 2 inches, put it in the microwave for 90 seconds, and you got rice. I will tell you, we were not impressed with the flamin' hot spiral macaroni and cheese. It was not hot, it was not flaming. It did have some good flavor, but I wouldn't buy it again. But that's just my own opinion. Like, it needed to be cheesier for me. And maybe I'm spoiled because I can make some pretty good macaroni and cheese. So our pot is starting to pop up, which you cannot see, but I can move it so you can see it. Oop. The little button popped up as soon as I moved it. So now it'll beep at us in a second. You can hear it boiling in there. It'll beep in a second and then start its 18-minute countdown. So we can start the rice. I guess it needs some more oil. That's not enough. Just a little more. One of these days I'm going to learn how to put that thing back on there right. There we go. That's all we need is natural gas smell in the house because I can't turn the burner on properly. So let that heat up for a second. And we're going to put the onion in it. I do like the Uncle Ben's boil in a bag, the brown rice. That's pretty good. I would make up like 2 or 3 of those bags when I was doing meal prep for lunches. Get my little, because I'm a girl, can only have 2 ounces of carbs. So then I have my little scale, measuring it all out. Not hit yet. got for dinner, because you can't have chili verde without tortillas. So I have that. Ooh, there goes our Instapot. 18-minute countdown. And my tortilla holder warmer. And the best thing about a gas stove, cooking those tortillas on it, super yummy. So we're gonna saute the onions. Big mess in my sink. Good thing you guys can't see my sink this time. So I think I like to kind of brown my rice because of rice-a-roni, because you have to brown it with rice-a-roni. And that's probably why I like to still do it when I make regular rice with it. Boo! You scared me! I have my onion sauteing. We're making Spanish rice to go with our chili verde. Hey, drones. It was so funny. What was it? After I got done streaming last night, yeah, I was talking to Miss Maybe. She was heading off to bed, and I was modding for Ghost Reaper. And I pop in because I see Keo still streaming, or I saw Keo streaming, and she was streaming when I was getting ready to stream. And I pop in there, and I'm like, "Hey, you're still streaming!" She had to look at how long it was. She was streaming for over 6 hours last night. She didn't even realize it. All the fun. So I hope you got some rest after that. So I'm gonna let you guys watch this onion real quick. I have a missed call from my mom and from the person she went to go visit, and she's about an hour away from here, so I just want to check real quick. And 2 hours earlier, nice. I just want to make sure she is okay with driving down the mountain. So if you guys can give me a minute, we'll just turn down the onion real quick. Okay, not an emergency. I listened to the voicemail, mousse stuff. It's totally fine. But good to know. Let me give the husband back his phone real quick. Okay. And since I forgot to do it earlier, I must show it again because it's awesome. My Miss Mady made me my apron. And I forgot to put it on earlier. The other thing I like to do when my brother just tweeted moose on the loose. Sometimes moose are on the loose. I get home from work and I typically just start busting out dinner because if I go sit down and relax, it doesn't happen. So we've browned the onion, starting to brown the rice a little. I have my 1 cup of water, which will go in there. The Instapot is at 12 minutes left. I'm definitely impatient when it comes to the Instapot. I push the depressurize button. I feel like moose on the loose would be a Canadian thing. There are mooses in California. Ooh, watch. I'll show you. So since COVID has been, I hope I don't mess this up. That's gonna mess it up. Hopefully I didn't lose my stream. Is it still streaming? It's still streaming. Okay, we're gonna use the mouse. Since I've gotten to do all my moose stuff from home, and Mrs. had these awesome moose ears. Why is my mouse not working? Okay. Mrs. had these awesome moose ears on her, where am I going? Look, moose in California. So being able to work on the moose financials for the women of the moose at home, every time I worked on it, I had my antlers on. Now that we're back in the lodge for a couple of meetings now, I have not taken them with me. They will forever be my moose antlers at home. I bet it's hunting season. All right, so we're gonna go back and check the stove. So moose antlers. She was not happy with making those, but the person that wanted them didn't get them, so now they have a forever home. Alrighty. So some of the rice has browned up a little bit. So we're going to call that good. Turn this down. Get our handy dandy church key. Shake our El Pato. Open it. Oh, why it's always got to make a mess on those things. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Of course you would clip it. Don't worry, it comes around, goes around. You turned your clips back on. Thank you, Keo. The husband said he wanted to get a new house. And I said, you can get a new house as long as I get to pick out my kitchen. So it's nice and roomy. And we've gotten to have family over. And I like it because it has a huge island and we can put food. I guess I could screw it back. Oh, there we go. We can put food on the far side and just line it all around. And then everyone takes their plate and gets each item and then goes and sits down. So it's really nice that I don't have to have like a whole bunch of hovering in the kitchen when you're trying to squeeze by and get stuff or make stuff. And then it's actually a functional kitchen. Our other one, it was fine. I had no problems with the kitchen. It just had not as much or not as deep counter space. So these ones actually are pretty deep, and I can have items on the counter and still be able to work on the counter. So that makes it nice. And then I have the quartz countertops. We just went with what the builder had as an option. I'm gonna later change them out to a color that I prefer, but I cannot wait to make pasta for the first time or dough for bread, and I can knead it on the countertop, or when I make pie crust, because I like to make my own pie crust, and you roll it out and it's smooth and not bumpy because of like 6x6 tiles, which is totally fine. I would just put out I have a pastry mat. And yes, I have a big walk-in pantry. This house has so much storage. I have cabinets everywhere in the kitchen on both sides of the island. The pantry, 4 shelves, and then it goes in probably 5-6 feet. Yes, one of the kitties walked by. We have 4 kitties. Here goes another one. Ready? There's Philip. And then in the laundry room, I have cabinets over the laundry washer dryer. Then it has a room off of that is just storage too. So people, you can move in and I'll still have plenty of room. We're gonna get our rice boiling. Make sure it's not sticking on the bottom. Put you there. You know what else I need? I really need a to-do list, Miss Maybe. I need a to-buy list. I need things. I'm going to put one of those in our Discord. So that's bubbling. Put our lid on. Now you can't see the rice, but that's okay. I should make sure. Get that up to a bubble real quick. Boil already, boil. Look, we're literally watching water boil. Okay, so we're gonna turn that down to a simmer. Hey Google, set a rice timer for 20 minutes.
Okay, a 20-minute timer called rice. And that's starting now.
So my leftover chili. So I'm gonna have to put that, oh look, put it in my onion baggie. Except for I need that up for the onion. I put its partner outside, well, the leftover partner of the chili that was frozen back into the freezer so that didn't defrost. And then we'll put this leftover. Into a baggie, since this one has condensation on the outside of it and I don't want it to accidentally leak through. My IKEA baggies have birds on them, Buzz. Since you guys want hunting season, it has, you see, there's the birds. So put back to the fridge. So what should I make tomorrow night for dinner? Ideas. I'm struggling this week with menu preparing. We had turkey last night. We're having pork tonight. We had, the night before. Oh, Monday night we had flame broiler because I had moose meeting. Homemade pizza, yes. So it was funny because the husband said this morning, you should stream on Friday when we get take and bake pizza from Papa Murphy's because you've had 2 streams where you've talked about it. He's all, for 15 minutes, just stream, and I'm all, put the pizza in the oven? Anyways, I don't think we're going to stream the 15 minutes on Friday just to put pizza in the oven. But I would like to show you guys what their pizza looks like if you haven't had it. But if you don't have the Papa Murphy's pizza, there's no sense in wishing that you had one. We could totally make pizza. I have a pizza dough recipe that doesn't need hours of proving. The kids, the family likes when I make pizza because they can pick all the toppings that they want to have. I just make a little pizza bar and they come and put whatever they want. That was Philip again. He likes to roam around, cause trouble. He's my cat that likes to eat plastic. Ouch. But we have his sister, his real sister, and they're super adorable together. They snuggle together. It's so cute. Let's see. The blink. There's the Instapot saying, I'm done cooking. We'll just let it start to depressurize a little bit since we have time. Okay, Instapot. Since we have time for the rice. My timing was a little off. But that's okay. Let me see. Get piece of paper. Let's menu plan. It's funny too. I still am one of those people that uses a notepad and oh, look, it's a blank piece of paper. And tries to find that blank piece of paper so you can write in it. Okay. So pizza. Ooh, that would go good with Sleek's garlic bread recipe. Pizza and garlic bread. And then, Fish, you weren't here when I was talking earlier. I think on Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to do a sweet tooth baking stream. I'm gonna make lemon bars and brownies and a lemon. Oh, now you're getting all crazy up in there. Lemon blueberry cake. Oh, I found this recipe last night. So, how many of you guys like cinnamon toast? Where you toast your toast or cinnamon sugar toast, and then you sprinkle the cinnamon sugar on it. So, okay, Miss Maybe, yes, okay, because we love the sweetness. Okay, I found a recipe last night from one of my people that I follow, and she makes like a grilled sugar cinnamon toast sandwich with chocolate in the middle. Like, who thinks of that? Let me see if I can find the recipe. I'm pretty sure I saved it. Let me get my mouse to work. I know I saved it. My phone's all sticky. It's called 5-minute chocolate cinnamon sugar toast. Now, let's get that up here. I did get where I can show my screen. Let me find my history here. On my phone. There we go. And let's go to now you can hear me, right? We're better now? Am I back? Speechless. can hear me now, yes? Welcome back, thanks. So what I was saying was that first, totally an official streamer. I do a lot of go-to-meetings at work, and when I'm scrolling, I am conscientious of other people's visual needs and don't scroll like super fast. So hopefully you like the slowness of all of the pictures. But then I was saying that if I do a stream, the Sweet Tooth stream this weekend, that we totally have to add the easy recipe into the mix. It's just so yummy looking. I'm like, where has this been all my life? This I would eat. So 5-minute chocolate cinnamon sugar toast. Winner. All right, let's get back to work here. Now that we're done with that, and I'm gonna see if I can find my buttons since I had closed my phone and lost my little stream deck thing. Oh, there we go. Yay! There we go, and we're back. So that was a lot of fun. Apparently, when I made the window capture work last night, I didn't think about audio. Who would do that? So 5-minute cinnamon sugar chocolate toast. I don't own a toaster, but I have a toaster oven. It works just as well. And then to get you kind of get it crunchy, you put the bread into a pan on the stove and make it like a grilled cheese sandwich. What's in the pan? It is onions, rice, El Pato sauce. Let me get a clean one. Is El Pato. Oh, let me put it to the English side. Hot tomato sauce. And after I dumped the sauce, I put some water in it and kind of shake it up to get the rest of the tomato sauce out like you would like regular tomato sauce. And then I put a cup of water. And then hopefully I don't overcook it or undercook it. But it seems to turn out okay. And then in the Instapot, which we can depressurize, is the chili verde. Let me get a towel that I don't care if it gets a little dirty. I know. Don't look in my junk drawer. So I have a bunch of these towels that I use to clean with. And they're like the micro on one side and not micro on the other. But I'm gonna cover, let me get it so you can see. It's 10 o'clock at night, you're starving. Fish, drink more water. Let me just put you onto the counter cam while I move that camera. See how that works. More water, that was good. Okay, so I'm gonna put my towel over the pressure button. And I'm not pushing it down with my finger because it's super hot in there. And then I'm gonna turn my lever and it's gonna release all of the steam. So when I do that, If the noise is too loud, let me know and I will mute the microphone. It's super hot in there, but don't worry, my hand is completely out of the way. So what's the most unexpected useful appliance thing you have? I would say my Instapot. When I first got it, I cooked in it for like 2 weeks straight. Every single recipe I could think of. Because it also will be a slow cooker, but I made spaghetti in there. I made a taco pasta, chili verde. I've not made yogurt. I just prefer to buy it. I've not made cheesecake. I've cooked chicken. And when I was meal prepping, it came in handy because I could cook like 10 pounds of ground turkey in it and be all set ready to go. And then I would clean out the pot and then put chicken breasts in there and cook those for like 10 minutes. It works really well with sweet potatoes. It didn't turn green or red, which I don't expect to be red because it's green sauce, but this towel is really moist from all of the steam popping out of there. So that's all depressurized. Are you guys ready? We're ready for this? I'm pretty ready for it. Okay with the camera? Let's see. Alrighty. Moist. Yes, very moist. I've done cheesecake in it. Oh. Alright, then I'm gonna have to try that. Moist. Moist. That's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's not usually hot. It's funny. Okay. Here we go. Steam. Look at all the steam. Oh. Look at that, you guys. Woo. Look at that. That is some gloriousness in there. Let's get our spoon. Nice and juicy in here. Could have put less of the vegetable stock, but I wanted to make sure that it didn't burn. Smells pretty good. Whew. Yes. Smells real good. I like my Instapot. And then we're gonna get out, I'm gonna get out a plate or a bowl. We can get a plate. Let's get a plate. It's easier that way, right? We'll put a couple pieces on here. We'll just see how tender that is. Look at that. Okay, so I have this spoon that I used to put the butt rub onto the pork before we cut it. So let's just see. Oh,
Your rice timer is up.
look at that. Hey Google, stop. Might be better to see here. Look how that just falls apart. That was 18 minutes plus pressurization. I and depressurizing for a recipe that they let simmer for 3 hours. It's the kind of chili verde that it tastes really, really good, and you're waiting and waiting because you can't taste the flavor. I'm getting it set up, drones, along with the website. And then the spice comes at you after the fact. So that sauce is going to be nice and spicy because I can taste the spice in that pork. So let's check the rice. Here, don't fall. Like how I always have to check if it's hot. I don't burn my fingers. Oh, okay, that'll work. All right, let's hope we didn't overcook it or undercook it. Looks pretty good. Maybe I'm making a mess again. That looks fantastic. Oh yeah. Got a little done on the bottom, but I'm always doing that. The outside edges are pretty nice though. Should have fluffed that up, but that came out not too bad. What was it, like 2 weeks ago I made rice. Oh, the cat's playing with the thing. Sorry guys. Let me get her to stop. Ooh, look at that, she moved it. Hey. You can't play with the camera because they're watching. You can't do that. You must move. Stretchy McStretchers. I like how I get over there and she moves it. Okay, so let's put a little bit of rice on here and test that. Guess I can put some of the sauce, this onto the pork. Get the full experience, you guys. I forgot I had that camera off and I was all graciously pouring it on there, being all nice and easy. So, come around the other side of the counter. So there's the rice. Looks pretty good, nice and fluffy looking. If it'll zoom in on the rice with everything in the background. And then the chili verde with some, cameras, bad things. Some of the juice I put on there. So tonight, we've been streaming for 1 hour and 45 minutes, so 30 minutes longer than last night. And that includes cutting all of the pork, making the green salsa mixture. That juice is pretty good. Oh, there's a lot of spice in there. But it doesn't burn my taste buds. So I'm really grateful for that. The rice, on the other hand, can do that. Pick up the other side because it's pretty hot. That is an A1 dish again. Ooh, that is spicy. So, El Pato. If you're going to start using it, I would start with half of the can in case you don't want to burn off those taste buds. Oh, but super, super yummy. So I put 1 full can to 1 cup of rice. Put a portion of water in the can and a full cup of water. Yes, it's another winter dinner. And I am so glad that you guys got to come here and watch me cook it with me, learn how to cook it. I can throw a recipe that just contains the ingredients that I use. Minus I use different peppers in the chili verde, but gives you the underlying ingredients. So I appreciate every single one of you for being here, and I cannot wait to stream for the sweet tooth. Have a great night, guys. Bye.